Mason, we're pleased to welcome to the program now one of the Oilers' more gifted players who broke into the NHL when he was barely 18 years of age. Sam Gagner is now in his third season. And Sam, where to start after a heartbreaking loss like that? Just tell us where you thought it went wrong in the third.
Yeah, it's tough. On the road trip we just had, we were giving teams leads and finding ways to come back. And the last couple of games, obviously jumping out to the leads and losing third period, so we got to figure out a way to rectify it, but we feel like the effort's there. It's just a matter of when we're playing with the lead, continuing to push forward and continuing to play that aggressive style. And as a team that is struggling with this season, I think we're just going to continue to find ways to battle this, and hopefully the adversity early in the season will help us going forward.
Well, for just another moment or two, Kevin, let's stay on the game and you get the next question.
Well, goodness, Jeff Deslauriers really put in the spot tonight playing against the Caps. First time in his career facing Alexander Ovechkin in their great team, but I thought he had a fantastic game. What did you guys feel, and what did you guys say to him after the game tonight?
Yeah, he was awesome for us, especially on the early going. They had 40 or so shots, and that's his first test against those guys. They have a lot of great shooters. He really walked in the task and played unbelievable for us. It's too bad we couldn't give him some support and score some more goals to put it out of reach early. But like I said, he played great, and hopefully we'll bounce back from this and continue to help him out.
Sam, as I say, it's already your third season in the league. In retrospect, how ready were you for the NHL just past your 17th birthday? Because you've had some time to reflect now.
Yeah, it's tough to say. I feel like I'm continuing to improve. I still want to jump to that next level, and obviously it's coming into the league as an 18-year-old, having the success that I had at the end of the season, I sometimes put maybe a little too much pressure on myself. And I think the thing for me is continuing to just try and get better every day, and things are going to come from that. I continue to feel better.
What's the one thing that might have happened in your first few weeks or month in the league that said to you, hey, this is a wholly different game up here. It might not be as easy as it was with the London Knights?
I don't think I can really pinpoint one thing. It's just the speed and the strength and the skill of guys is so much at such a higher level that you really got to be focused every night to compete. I found that, even through my last couple of years, the first 3 years in the league, it's, you got to be up for every game. 82-game schedule, it's hard to do, but if you're going to be a successful pro, you got to figure out a way to do it. And, hopefully I can continue to figure out how to do that.
Hey, Kevin, you know Sam from a different era.
Yes, I do. A different era is right. Sam, the boy in today, the boy in today is the man of tomorrow. And no more true than in your case. I remember you being in the locker room when I came into the league with your dad, Dave, playing with the Florida Panthers, and you were just a little youngster, and next thing you know, you moved back home to the GTA, you're playing in Oakville, you're playing for the Marlies, and all of a sudden you blossom into this, a young hotshot prospect. How has it been?
Well, wait a minute. Before we go further, you told us all that you remember this chubby little kid hanging around the Panthers locker room.
Did he pay you? Stop trying to sell me out. Don't pay attention. Well, honestly, I mean, it's been really fascinating for me to watch and to see where you're at now and having played with your dad. Both you guys, both first-round picks in the National Hockey League, which very seldom, if ever, has happened before. What type of resources is your dad for you in terms of just knowledge and the ins and outs of being an NHL player? How has that been?
Yeah, he's been unbelievable. We were both obviously first-round picks, like you said, and it took him a little longer to make the league. So, he kind of went through those ups and downs and figuring out, how to be a pro, and to have that resource of, telling me how, to get through those different things and be consistent has been awesome. You see, he's able to score a lot of goals. I think these are the best goals he's ever scored, because every goal I've seen has been, a rebound or something, and he's continued to, teach me how to, be better around the net and score goals that way. And what more can I really say about my dad?
He's 5'10", and just shy of 190 pounds. You're 5'11", and I think just over 190, so that puts you at about a 20-pound disadvantage to most of the players that you go up against in the league. Do you blame your father for your lack of size?
Oh, no. Looking to do,
Well,
really.
here's the point I'm getting to. Putting on weight is not easy, but we've got some video of you, I think, coming out of junior that shows you trying to do that. Was it a Nike video commercial, was it?
Yeah, it's, I did it 17 years old, I think, in the summer before my first year in the league, and I told my trainer that summer, I want to play in the NHL at 18, and he's like, all right, we got a lot of work to do, so I've obviously, I pushed myself pretty hard that summer, and continuing to try and get stronger. It's not only just putting on weight, because like you guys know, it's a fast league, and I got to be able to move out there. If you put on too much weight, it's it's obviously some trouble. So I think I'm continuing to try and get faster and stronger, and hopefully that'll pay dividends as my career goes on.
Here's a question for you from John in Kitchener, Ontario. Did you ever see yourself getting into a fight with Craig Conroy, of all people? We should set that up by saying it was the first weekend of the season, and you engaged Conroy late in the game, and his side of the story was you skated over to him and said, would you please go with me? We need to get something going here. And he said he accommodated a young player.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Yeah, it's one of those things. We were down in the game. I didn't, I wasn't playing much, and I didn't feel like I was accomplishing much. And you got to find a way to help the team any way you can. And it was a good way to maybe spark the team and get myself going at the same time. So it just kind of presented itself. They had just scored. He was the guy taking the draw against me, and I asked him, and he obliged. So we came back in that game, so it helped. But obviously, can come out the win.
Just before we go to break, Kevin's got a question off the BlackBerry.
This one's from William in our hometown in Toronto. Sam, you played for Team Canada Juniors in the IIHF. What advice would you give to the players that are on the team now?
Enjoy it. It's one of the best tournaments you can ever play in. When you're watching from the outside, you see, how everybody, supports Team Canada at the World Juniors. It's an unbelievable tournament to play for, and I think anytime you get a chance to pull a Team Canada sweater over your head, it's a special feeling, and just continue to enjoy it and don't let it go by without obviously getting the gold medal.
Right. And your goal was an 07 in Sweden.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Sam Gagner of the Oilers with a long career in front of him and just a small portion of it behind him is our guest in After Hours. We'll return to Rexall Place with more in a moment.